What's up, you guys? TheGame2k2 here again, and this time for a video game review. With Max Payne 3 coming out in a few months, I really felt like going back in time and playing the first two games again. I haven't played these games since they released, which would be 2001 and 2003. Okay, we're going to go through the first Max Payne. Max Payne is considered one of the best third-person shooters ever, and for good reason. This was a game that was in development for 4 straight years and then finally made its debut in July of 2001 for the PC and would later be ported for the PS2 and Xbox. Max Payne was the first game I ever played that had such a detailed story. The story was about a cop who was out to find the people responsible for the murders of his wife and daughter, and in order to do that he had to go through the toughest mobsters in New York City. The story was written by Sam Lake, the guy who also wrote Remedy's recent hit, Alan Wake. I loved the story from the first game. It was dark and serious and was extremely well written. As good as Alan Wake's story is, I still consider Max Payne to be Sam Lake's best work. In order to tell the story, the game includes a large number of graphic novels with live-action actors and models. In fact, Max Payne is modeled after Sam Lake himself. The voice acting and dialogue is pretty hammy, but that worked very well for the game. And it's actually kind of fun to listen to. Some of the acting is actually so poor that it actually ends up being kind of funny. The gameplay was very straightforward. All you had to do was kill anyone who got in your way, and that was really it. And I can honestly say that even though that is all you had to do, it was extremely addicting, and you actually find yourself playing this game over and over and over because, I don't know, it's fun to shoot people in games. The gameplay is also very notable for introducing bullet time gameplay, which is a mode where you go into slow motion and dodge bullets. Obviously, this is inspired by the 1999 hit movie The Matrix. And I can honestly say that the effect looked very good on Max Payne. It's honestly one of the best effects I saw from that generation of gaming. Max Payne's gameplay starts off easy, but as the game progresses it gets harder and harder, and once you reach the final chapters, that's when the shit really hits the fan and you got enemies everywhere. But despite all of that, Max Payne isn't too hard of a game, and all of the action follows the story very well. Graphically, Max Payne has aged very, very well. The character models weren't that great. I mean, Max Payne's got a square head, for crying out loud, and he looks 7 feet tall in the game. But the environments are very, very good, and they're extremely well detailed. In fact, Max Payne, I think, holds up pretty well against any game released on the current generation of consoles just because of its environments. Another notable element is Max Payne's music. The Max Payne theme is one of the best themes I've ever heard in video games. It's a theme I love to listen to. It's dark, it's serious, it's just like the game. Overall, Max Payne is simply one of the best shooters I've ever played in my life. It's a classic, and if you haven't played it yet, download it on Xbox Live where it's available now, because it is extremely worth it. It's a great game, and that's about it. Max Payne 2 will be reviewed next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to play more Max Payne. I'm enjoying this.